Hey, how's it going guys? Phil here, and this is a review for the Leoter 30-piece bath bomb molds. You'll receive a color-coded set of measuring spoons, 10 large, 10 medium, and 10 small aluminum half-sphere molds, and 100 plastic shrink wrap bags. These bags measure 4 1/4 inches by 6.5 inches. The diameter of the smallest mold is 1 3/4 inches. It's marked with a number 1. The medium or number 2 molds are 2 inches in diameter, and the large number 3 molds are 2.5 inches in diameter. These metal molds are made of aluminum, and they're lightweight. While you're meant to press the two halves together to make a sphere, they don't interlock, which makes them a little easier to unmold your bath bombs later on. The measuring spoons are labeled in metric, with the smallest being 1 milliliter, then 2.5, then 5, 7.5, and 15 milliliters, which is about 1 tablespoon. So let's go ahead and make some bath bombs. For this recipe, you'll need Epsom salt, citric acid, cornstarch, and organic oil, baking soda, soap color, which is optional, your essential oils, and the molds and measuring spoons. In a medium-sized bowl, add half a cup of baking soda, then a 1/4 cup of Epsom salt, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and finally a 1/4 cup of citric acid. Give your dry ingredients a good mix with a whisk until thoroughly combined. For your wet ingredients, start with 1 tablespoon of your carrier oil. Here I have organic coconut oil. I'll need that to be liquid, so I'll just pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Since I have 3 different scents that I want to make, I'm going to divide the oil into thirds, and use 1 teaspoon for each. Then to each bowl, I'll add 8 to 10 drops of essential oil and 4 drops of color. Next, add 1 teaspoon of water to each color. If you're only making 1 color, add 1 tablespoon to the whole mixture. Then give your wet ingredients a stir. Of course, oil and water don't really mix, so you should end up with a bit of a bubbly looking emulsion. I've also divided my dry ingredients into thirds as well, using about 100 grams in each bowl. When adding the liquids to your dry ingredients, add it gradually and stir quickly so that the water doesn't activate the citric acid and make the whole thing start foaming. It may be necessary to get your hands right in the bowl to fully combine the ingredients. When it's done, it should look and feel like damp sand and hold together when squeezed. Now take your bath bomb molds and pack 2 of the same size cups with the desired aroma. I'm going to be making a lemon lavender one by using the large cups. Then open one side to let it dry. The product listing says that these won't dent easily, but I found that if you tap the rounded sides with a metal spoon, like some tutorials say you should, it creates dents on the outside and inside of the mold. You're better off gently tapping around the rims of the mold where it's reinforced to avoid damaging the molds. You don't have to press together the two halves though, and a single mold makes a half sphere, which is a nice little shower melt. We'll let these dry overnight and check them out tomorrow morning. So these are completely dry now. As you can see, my large lavender bomb split apart, and that's because my mix was a little dry and crumbly before I packed it into the mold. The finished pieces did end up cracking a little, so it's important that you get the right consistency before you pack your molds. The lemon and rosemary mixes came out much better, and this medium-sized bomb dried intact. It has a small ring around the center and a flat top and bottom. Well, these smell amazing, so let's go ahead and test them out. I've got my tub filled with water, and I'll just drop the bomb in. Listen to that sizzle, that's awesome. And the smell is really great too, strong but not overpowering. I think these turned out really nicely. If you want to package up the final product, just drop it in one of the bags and heat it up all over with a heat gun to shrink the plastic down tightly around your bath bomb. Overall, the bath bomb kit gives you all the pieces that you need to make bath bombs, minus the ingredients and any recipes or instructions on how to use them. The kit was easy to use though, and I liked having the option of making different sized bath bombs. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me next time.